Snap, if you haven't seen it, is an all-digital card game on Android and iOS in closed beta currently. Base rules are super straightforward. Your goal is to have the most power in 2 of the 3 locations in the center of the screen after 6 turns. Your cards have a mana cost to play them top left, a power they add to the location top right, and then various rules text like Iceman, when it flips up, gives a card in my opponent's hand +1 cost to a maximum of 6. Closed beta is a loose term, that's true. You can get on into the Marvel Snap beta through a quick Google search. Oh, Wakandan Embassy on my Green Goblin is big sad. Alright, so we'll Hood here, who starts off at -2 power, but that gives me a 6 power demon that only costs 1. Thank you. Alright, so now I gotta decide what do we want to do with our friends. So Beast lets me bounce my stuff back to my hand so I can replay them again and get their effects again. I think I want a demon probably to the right here. All right, so they're going in on the left side here. So I kind of got to decide what location do I want to fight over. This deck's called Have Some Crap because it gives crappy cards like Hood to our opponent with cards like Viper. So we're going to Hood here, and then we're going to Viper after it. So Viper will donate this to our opponent for us. Carnage eats everything in a path, so I don't know that I have a good path to play him in. Maybe I should have waited on the demon left. Let's fill in these over here tentatively for now, because their Lizard, if I fill this location, gets -3 power, so we could potentially win cut 1 still. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so if I Spider-Woman here, Lizard loses 3, and then Spider-Woman gives another -1 there. And then we can Demon mid, and then we're kind of playing for all 3 locations at this point, which seems reasonable. It's unfortunate they had a Spider-Woman of their own. I think 6 is enough to be here. We'll see, I guess. I wish I would have Spider-Woman mid the way this played out. I guess we're gonna lose left here. Yeah. We lost because Kazar gave the Rock a power. What a tilter. I played too much into these. I should have given up one of these 2 paths and identified that we should be playing a little bit more for the hub. Was bad on my part. Nothing beats Rock. It's true. It's true, chat. Just the objective truth. Just swings and misses. Decide where I want to set up Carnage. So debris adds rocks to all the locations. So do I want to, like, Iceman into debris here, get a rock here, and then Carnage here? I think is probably a fine place to be. And then we can set up Carnage to eat Iceman plus the rock. Well then. Our Carnage is actually pretty okay here. I'm gonna snap him. I think this is okay for us. I think we just do this and fill their thing up. Yeah, I mean, if they don't concede here, it's a bot, right? Okay. Thanks for the free cubes, I guess. Victory. Yeah, World Ship, there's a pool of that location are chosen from at random, but there are a number of locations like World Ship and Ego and Space Throne that appear less frequently because of the really drastic impact they have on the game. So not every location is equally likely to show up. Which is a good thing overall. If World Ship was as common as everything else, it would not be great. Well then. Yes, getting a Green Goblin Space Throne is always pretty satisfying. Finish with 10 power or less. Haven't quite unlocked that one yet. I'm just gonna take the pass for the turn. Wait and see what flips up before we commit anything. Superflow should mean we have more than enough resources. I'd chill for one more turn. Wait and see what this location is.
Wind, aid my hand.
Well,
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
so we're losing the flooding.
Opponent snapped.
If we do this, and then we Viper this rock over next turn, I think. Ahead to snap here? I don't know that I am. I think we just sit on the 2.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
I'm glad we didn't. That locks us out, unfortunately. As they can simply not spend resources next turn to make sure that this gets bigger, right?
Escaped.
Magic doesn't really have a very good replacement. She's a pretty unique effect. Green Goblin, you can play like Ironheart or Hobgoblin, depending on how big you want your curve to go. Alright, let's get Disruptive with Sinister London here. Carnage is actually great, because he's going to just clean out some board space for us now. We just go Hood into Carnage here on the left now. Snap before they see the Carnage flip up. I think we're ahead here. And then the Sinister London Carnage has the base power still too. All right, you have slid my friends all the way around. Is it crazy to do this? This gives me like 2 6/6s here, and then I can fill in more 6/6s later. I think that kind of sounds fun. I don't need to draw a card next turn, right?
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir. Mjolnir.
Hey, why didn't my beast? Oh, it couldn't pick them up because my hand was full. Right. Card games and stuff. How do you feel about double Doc Ock, chat? Come into it. Then we can decide if we want a magic next turn or not.
Wind, aid my hand.
All right, so they know we're done here. Yeah.
Victory.
That was a solid have some crap matchup. Just lovely. Doc Ock is a good man. Yes, that's true. You do need to try and snap a little bit early with this deck. When you know things are looking like they're going to be good for you. So now we go Viper into, or Hood into Viper here, so we have a chance to give them either of these. Maybe we should have snapped going into the debris turn, but I didn't have the Hood rolled up guaranteed. Oh, that's a sick Taskmaster. Do you have boost emblems for that? Okay, roll this rogue up a level here really quick. You always want to do the first level at least, even on cards you're not playing, because it's half the price. One more boosty on him, chit. I'll have to play a Taskmaster deck later. I think you're still in pool 1. Pool 1 goes until level 218, I believe. And then pool 2 goes through level 470 or so. If I recall correctly. Curveyor's pretty solid. Iceman, Widow, Goblin. Carnage is a lovely draw after these here. I'm gonna go ahead and snap, I think, before the Widow flips up. Widow drops a Widow's Bite into our opponent's hand, which means they can't draw a card next turn. It fills up a spot on their board and they play it out. Playing Angela into the Danger Room is certainly a decision you are allowed to make. Like the Green Goblin over here, so they'll be down to -5. Some good RNG for them there, hitting that. Find either of these getting destroyed, especially Hood. It's my favorite Septic too, probably. This and the Zero deck are two of my favorites. It's a Viper. I'm gonna magic the Mindscape here. Just take it off the board. Upside to her, in addition to giving you an extra turn that can be useful, could also get rid of locations that are obnoxious. Okay, chat. Ooh, I was gonna ask, are we feeling lucky and do we want to try and send the Hobgoblin back to them? But now we could just beast the Hobgoblin back to our hand. I'm gonna try and coin flip Viper the Hood here. If I hadn't already snapped, we'd definitely be snapping here. No! Never lucky. Okay, so all of these being 4s actually kind of sucks here. I think we just Spider-Woman, right? Because she's like +7 here. And we're winning every path, theoretically. Obviously, we get the 25% around Danger Room and be sad here, but... Opponent snapped. I'm staying in for a snap. We're plus 13 here, and we're going to be +1, +4 here. Snap was just a bluff, or they didn't think I'd be able to beat them in the Danger Room? Sure, we take those. Must have been a bluff. Yeah, I was sitting pretty. I got a pretty strong position. Needed like even Dr. Doom didn't beat us, I don't think, there. I think that's a fun one. It's Iceman the Vats. That is a sweet Human Torch. Right, let's try and get him here. I'm gonna snap before this one happens too. Right, shit. Sec. I think we Spider-Woman here, right? Because this doubles its power and we have priority. So even if they like do something, if they have like a Doctor Strange here, we shrink these to 1 and then they only go back up to 2. That seems great for us. Yeah, if I Spider Hellfire, she flips up after they flip up, right? After they move. Well, no, the moves happen first, I'm pretty sure, with Cloak. Oh, does Spider-Woman happen before the double? Oh my gosh, she happens before the double, chat. That's so gross. Can't play him there. Magic can see what they do here. Okay, so if I debris and fill these, and then I can like, and I'm gonna flip first, right? So if I debris plus Viper here, I'm not gonna Viper anything over because this location's gonna be full, and then we'll be winning this location, and then we're almost assuredly winning left as well. And I can also, I also like Beast in the middle for good measure. Just for extra power. Even with Dagger jumping up to 9 here, just not enough. Our Spider-Woman was really gross into their Human Torches there. Debris stopping the Vulture from sliding left was also instrumental there, right? If the Rock hadn't been here, the Vulture slides in and then we lose left. Claims another victim. Well, I'm gonna get them committed early, I think. Obviously, this is better for us if we Viper the Hood, but I think even if we Viper the Squirrel here, we're still gonna be ahead with the Debris and the Goblin coming up the works. Let's Green Goblin here to start, and then we'll make a decision about where we're putting Debris next turn along with our Demon. The best way to pay to accelerate in this game currently is definitely spending money on re-rolling missions.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay, so I think there's a really good chance we win right by going Debris Demon here, right? I guess they could, like, Juggernaut us and have it end poorly, but outside of Juggernaut, we're in a good spot here. Alright, and now we do this here, and then we have Iceman Dockok next turn, depending on where we need it to be. Widow's a wash on Dino, chat. Widow's a wash on Dino because she stops them from drawing cards. Alright, so we lose because Killmonger is super polarizing. Yep, not a whole lot to do about that. Good snap from the opponent.
Escaped.
I think Killmonger is probably one of the designs I like least in Marvel Snap. Just because the decks that he is good against essentially have zero counterplay against him. Like, you actually just, like, full lose, have nothing you can do other than move on to the next game. Very, very little player agency in that card. Yeah, Killmonger at a specific location would be a good example of adding agency to that style of effect. Huh? I think I'm gonna do this and then bounce my friends in the middle and then replay them. This Colossus. We can find our copy of Carnage here. Yeah, Colossus is bugged this patch. Something with the cosmetic. It's just like completely whited out. We just did something like this. Just cut off Grand Central. I think I like it. I guess this lets them Professor us on the right here. Maybe I'm supposed to play around. I can't really play around that though, right? It was a real big shame that I Viper and Beasted last turn. Although I guess Viper and Beast wouldn't have really... Oh, Viper would have kicked this over despite Professor X. He still lets cards change sides. Okay, so their hand is just like really mediocre then at the moment.
All systems go.
Carnage? Their hand only has 2 cards in it, and one of them is a Widow's Bite. What if we just do this? I think I'm into it. One of those cards could theoretically be a destroyer, too. Yeah. Yes, I should debris first. You are correct. It's a good call. The visual bugs this patch are rough. What other visual bugs are there other than Colossus? How competitive do we think Thor is right now? I think Thor is very reasonable with specifically Lockjaw. Black bars? What black bars? It's not something I've seen. Only happening on phones currently. Got it. Well, I'm glad debris flipped up second here. So let's go Viper the Rock, Beast my debris back. I guess maybe I'm supposed to Viper the Rock left, so that way I don't lose the Viper to Hala. Really solid turn for us. I was gonna say we're filling this, but it's a Hulkbuster. Final turn. Actually, do I want it to be the final turn? I kind of do, don't I? Yeah, Blue Marvel gets us there. Usually the bot movement decks don't play Blue Marvel. Except for in the range of stuff that they can have. Wow, super rewarded for playing mid, huh? Things you love to see. It. Maybe they have a way to cheat in there, but we'll farm our free cube. The chat, we give a lot of free cubes to the bots. We gotta get our free cubes in return where we can. Do I want to fill this all the way in over here? I don't think I do because of debris. I want to be able to, like, debris next turn and then still have the ability to carnage or beast here. Shame we don't have our green goblin shit. Danger room. Danger, danger. Ooh, they have a Viper of their own. Cheeky. Carnage. I'm gonna give them their cube back, Chip. Hood's a sweet one. It goes into a lot of different piles. Unfortunately, it doesn't go into any decks that can beat a Killmonger, but still a pretty reasonable card against that. Let's disrupt their draws, huh? Lovely. Just a snap if I ever saw one. Now, chat, if we're truly skilled, we will go, well, I was going to say we'll go Hood here and then Carnage into these two spots, but no, I can't pass up a Green Goblin on Sinister London on 3, especially with Clintar out. God, the bots are dumb, chat. The old play my Widow's Bite into Sinister London. Oh, bots. Oh, bots. That's true. They also didn't even play out both bites that they had. Look at our Carnage going center, chat. What a professional. All right, chat. I don't know if this play is good, but it's certainly great. Confident this play wins the game. Have some crap, Mr. Bot. You get some crap, and you get some crap. Everybody gets some crap.
Victory.
This is one of my favorite altars, chat. We're gonna keep putting points into this one.
Animated frame.
Yeah, I hope we hit open beta soon, not only because... Ooh, that's a sweet one. We play Quake in a couple. A little drum beat Quake chat. I have some boosters on her. Do have some Quake boosties. Not quite enough to get her to 3D, but we can frame break her.
Frame break.
Yeah, open beta soon, hopefully, so we don't have to have lots of bots that are currently kind of mediocre. Collection level is definitely a factor, and I definitely experience more bots because of my collection level, which is also a hugely negative experience. I spent more money, so now I have worse opponents to play against. Is not great. All right, Iceman into the vat, shall we? One Carnage, please. Debris. I'm just gonna go one drop here. If we'd have drawn Carnage, we'd have played these into cloning vats so we could eat them all, but for the time being, this will do. Oh, snap. I think I'm gonna Hood plus Carnage here. And then next turn we can Debris plus Viper, like to the right. I think is the plan. Want to Debris first, so that way there's a second rock here, so we're 66% to kick them something they don't want. The odds of them putting two things here are low. Yeah, so we're gonna fill this location up now too. Have some crap, opponent. Do I think I need another turn? I don't think we do, right? I think we just Spider-Woman right and then Demon mid. I guess they potentially drew a bunch of 0 drops here. They did draw a bunch of 0 drops. let's take some info with me. Let's magic the middle and demon right. And see what they do. They're gonna fill their board here, right? So we'll get to know.
I am Iron Man.
And at least we get to bail out, I guess. But it's super unfortunate that Ironheart hit 2 to the right. If Ironheart hadn't double hit here, Spider-Woman would completely rinse off Iron Man in the middle. But unfortunately, Ironheart hit 2 to the right.
Escaped.
So it's actually worth noting, I probably made a mistake this game. If I would have held the demon in hand, I could have won right with Spider-Woman and won middle with the demon. So there really wasn't a rush for me to be 1 extra resource efficient on that last turn. So yeah, I definitely lost this game for myself. I should have just played magic in the middle and waited on Spider-Woman demon for the last turn. Because Spider-Woman right ends up being 2 more power here, meaning we end up +1. And then demon in the middle would have given us 17. So yeah, I could have won this with better play if I just hold the demon in my hand. We're gonna hold Widow boosters until we get an AA for her. Knight typically means Patriot. Lang. I just take the opportunity to be resource efficient with Spider-Woman here. Power effectively. They chose not to do anything last turn. That's actually kind of annoying. Because I wanna Doc Ock them here and like potentially pull their Mystique in before it can get an effect. Doc Ock into Monster Metropolis, also likely 13 power. Okay, that's nice. To go this, into this, to this. We sit on magic for now. Well, it's a real shame that we pulled Patriot into the same location as Onslaught, but it is what it is. We go magic here, Iceman their hand, then we can kind of find out, hey, are we going to be able to win here? Because we're obviously losing the Monster Metropolis. Ah. Magic and saving us a cube. Name a more iconic duo chat.
Escaped.
Really unlucky that both Lemuria happened and that Doc Ock grabbed Patriot. If Patriot would have been, like, literally any other card from their hand, we end up being in a really good, really decent spot. Oh, Pokemon Unite, people. They've leaked the next 3 characters, apparently. Scizor, Mew, and Dodrio are the characters we're getting in September. And then Tyranitar releases on Monday. Scizor is a hype one. Yes, Mew won. I think I'm actually going to bounce out of here. Miniaturized Labs location, that's pretty bad for us. I guess, yeah, let's try. I guess I can Korg into Beast here. Scizor, and not only that, but Dodrio is a speedster, so we're getting a speedster added to the game for the first time in a long time. Oh, is this a bot? Oh, it's a bot. I'm gonna retreat. It's fine. We'll skip the bot matches anyways.
Escaped.
Mew is an attacker, apparently. It's an all-rounder, an attacker, and a speedster. I assume Scizor will evolve off of Scyther. I hope so. Scyther's a really iconic Pokemon that a lot of people liked, so I hope that's the case. Sky Guy, thanks for the almost 3 years. Welcome back. Start. Nice. We get to Hood here. And then we get to Debris. We get to Debris into Beast All My Friends Back. Next month. So they're gonna be releasing 3 characters in September. So we don't know exactly which part of next month, but next month. These friends come back to our hand. We'll continue making sure everybody has some crap everywhere else. I think I'm mostly punting the vault here. I should have snapped, chat. I was just like, I definitely should have snapped. Ha ha! Get pooped. All right. Well, now I'm gonna snap before this last turn happens, right? And actually, I should magic the middle so I can demon right? Alright, it's fine. We snapped and they still called. Here goes the danger, 20%, maybe. We could have gotten in trouble there if, like, they missed it and we hit it, but I think we're a strong favorite there. Alright, let's change decks to something else. We've been playing this one for an hour. That's the wrong one. I think I want to dork around with Cerebro 6, chat. Were there any changes in the balance patch that make us want to do anything different with this, or no? Is this still what we like? I don't think we want Hellcow with it costing 4. Do we want Sword? Sword could be okay. I could see Swordmaster being fine. I don't know that I want to go all in on Hella. Yeah, I could see Swordmaster being better than Groot. I did get a Cerebro hauler. Someone asked me what I've been doing with my gold refund. I've been watching the shop for variants I like. Well, so White Queen curves nicely off of Psylocke, and Groot, I really think Groot's one of the worst cards in the game. Plays on 1. I guess this is great for us, huh? And we don't need to draw Carnage. This is like beyond great. Snap if I ever saw one.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Oh, you're putting cards into your deck? I think that's a great idea. Let's put some cards into your deck, opponent. Couldn't have said it better myself. Get a little info here. Draw the highest cost card out of their deck. Well, they have an Infinite in hand. I'm gonna go ahead and just magic here ahead of time. Want to leave ourselves the flexibility to play Onslaught into Mystique on 6-7 if we draw them. We have 4 cards in our deck, Onslaught and Cerebro obviously among them. Our hope here is to draw Onslaught and then Cerebro as our 2 draws. Okay, so I want to Cerebro into Mystique this turn. So that way, what's the word I'm searching for? So that way, if we draw Onslaught next turn, we could drop him here and power everything up. We're 1 and 3 to do that. We hit the good 50%er there, so now if we don't draw Onslaught, we get 2 10 power things to play next turn. Oh my god, Carnage is so bad, chat. That's fine. Captain Marvel probably wins it, right? I believe in my gal. Or other draw options there? It was Onslaught, Carnage, or Psylocke. Okay, so we had 2 bad draws there and 1 good one.
Mjolnir, to me. Mjolnir.
We're gonna win right? I think.
Mjolnir, to me.
Looks like it.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Higher, further, faster, baby. I love Captain Marvel, chat. She's one of my favorites. The 10 power Captain Marvel is a big swing around. And better to captain left so that she could win in case they played a card like Drax. Oh yeah, maybe. That's a good call out. Yeah, that's a good shout. You know what? That seems incredibly fair. They got a White Tiger, I got an Onslaught. You know, everybody's happy. Psylocke on 2, lets us White Queen on 3, which is nice. We're setting up Psylocke and Hood in the same location here, so that way if we draw Carnage, he has 2 things to eat. So he has 6 power. Our goal is to always have Carnage eat 2 things. And this isn't a DC Comics book game, chat, so Carnage is able to eat Psylocke here. It's perfectly fine. There could be some merit about fighting over New York, though. All right, if we find a Cerebro, we get Cerebro and Mystique into Onslaught. I like the Wong combo deck. Iron Man is a sick one to grab. It's going to be pretty good into our Onslaught path, chat. Especially with Mystique to follow it up. Let's demon mid, actually. Hedge there, since their tiger's there. This is a 24 power path now.
I am Iron Man.
Opponent has retreated. Sure. Put up some sun over there for our opponent. Hey, thought they made Swordmaster cost 3 mana shit. That's not fair.
Wind, aid my hand.
It's annoying. Well, White Queen here, I think. Wow, they just didn't fight for the flooding? That surprises me. Oh, they're setting up Hela. Got it. They're gonna Hela some more things into here potentially. I could go Bucky, Carnage mid, and then I can Onslaught right to double up Cerebro, and then we probably win mid. The question is, do I want to be able to magic, though? Because if I magic this turn, I can Onslaught next turn, and that leaves me the flexibility to Mystique my Onslaught on the last turn. I think I'm gonna magic, so I have the flexibility to Mystique Onslaught on 7. We have 4 cards, we got 2 draws at her. Sick. Opponent snapped? Really? So this'll be 6 plus a bunch, and then this'll be 1 more. Oh, if I magic left, I couldn't Mystique into the Onslaught path here like I am. And I can't Bucky before I Carnage, because then Carnage will be 8, and then Cerebro will only power up Carnage instead of the rest of my squad. Is Swordmaster better? Oh yeah, I guess, is it Swordmaster better? Yeah, I guess Swordmaster is slightly more. We should be winning the middle by a lot, though. That shouldn't matter, because they're just gonna have 1 discard thing plus Hela in the middle. I'm worried about being able to win left or right here, depending on what their discards are. All right, so we should be good. I thought this build of Cerebro was gonna be a meme when we first started drawing it up, but it's felt like really good and consistent. Like this is strong, right? Like it's literally just like 22 power on each one of our 6 power things. Like that's kind of nutty. Yes, Cerebro 3 is a more interactive variation of Cerebro. This one is bigger. I think they're just kind of different. Like this build, for example, is really bad into Shang-Chi. Whereas like the Cerebro 3 gets to be disruptive and kind of go under that card. You think 3 is the worst? You think 3 is worse than... You think 3 is worse than 2? You think 2 is good? Why? Okay, sell me on 2, because 2 looks like an actual dumpster fire awful. Yes, magic is really important in this deck. She's very, very, very good and important. Alright, I concede to the bot. I don't feel like playing against it. How does Mystique plus Onslaught work? You're counting 8 copies. Because they double each other. They double each other in addition to doubling Mysterio. But you have a Mystique. Yeah, if you have a list, I'm happy to take a submission for it, but I'm not. I've looked at 2s a lot. It just does not seem good. Your total overall power just gets overwhelmed by a lot of things. 24 is not that much power. It's another bot, probably. Definitely. Chat, humans don't have Quicksilver, chat. Humans don't play Quicksilver. Anybody's playing Genshin today? Yeah, we're gonna play Genshin today and tomorrow at the end of the streams. For a couple hours, part of the sponsored thing. I'm gonna put Cerebro at the same, or Mystique at the same location as Cerebro, so that way if we draw Onslaught, we can slip those in there too. Perfect. Have some Rock Spud. I don't think we need an extra turn this game. Bots always snap. The bots always snap on turn 5 if they're ahead on power in 2 locations. Is how they are programmed currently. gorgeous Sunspot. Psylocke here on 2, and then we can Carnage, gobble these up. Can both players snap? Yes. Each player over the course of the game can snap 1 time, and then these stakes naturally double on the very last turn of the game. It's a Colossus based on the fact that I can't see it. Okay, that's really funny. That's really funny. The bugged animation is still on the left, but Colossus slid to the right. That's actually great. All right, let's crack the vault open here. And then we'll Onslaught on 6. And then we will draw our Mystique, and we will Cerebro Mystique on, or Mystique Cerebro, sorry, because we want to Mystique the Onslaught given the choice. Never lucky, that's fine. Cerebro into Swordmaster, right? Should still win the game by a good bit. I think Daredevil was exactly the kind of card that was needed to make decks that are control slanted feel playable in Step. I think it was a great addition to the game. Really makes me excited to see how some of the other different decks fill in nicely when... So, one of the actual nice things, someone say they're playing Cerebro and they kept hitting Monster Isle. Carnage gets to eat the monster on Monster Isle, which is kind of gas in this build. Well, that reminds me, that is not my fully split Carnage. Hold please, chat. There he is. There's my good boy. Hey, thanks to whoever completed the Genshin Impact promo, by the way. If you want to collect just a 1-month sub gift for playing to AR6, DM me a screenshot of your account on mobile at that level. If you play through to level 8, I would be happy to gift you a 3-month subscription to the channel. I'll appreciate the support by checking out the sponsor. Yes, the turn on one. Why isn't there a whale emote? There are 3 whale emotes in Hoaglandia, but you have to be a whale to have one. There's a whale for tier 3 subs, a whale for people that have cheered 1K in bits, and a whale for people that have cheered $100 in bits. How does Karmatage interact with Mystique? The game is over, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, will Mystique copy Cerebro twice, or can she only have one ongoing effect at a time? It doesn't, oh yeah, because then she would double with Wong, right? And she doesn't do that? Yeah, we know how she works with Wong. Okay, so we've got Hood, and we've got Carnage rolled up already. Linda the bot's not gonna know what hit her. We were hitting a lot of humans in the first hour of today, but this second hour has been mostly bots. I think you are correct, and Rescue is one of the best cards in the game currently. She is very, very good. Much longer are we stepping for? Another half hour or so? My contract for Genshin is for, I'm just gonna concede to bots to try and get some more people for highlights.
Escaped.
I need to do 2 hours of Genshin today and tomorrow, and I don't want to stream too late, so. I'm actually looking forward to doing Genshin. I've heard a lot of good things about Genshin's actual gameplay, and I like open world RPGs typically. Not only is it a bot, but our Mystique went into Scar. And I do like games I can play on my cell phone, chat. This is actually just like sick. I mean, I'm gonna play this one out because I don't want to sit here and just concede all afternoon. But this is actually just like the 5th or 6th bot in a row, right? Are there any humans playing this game? Or are we actually just all bots all the way down? Alright, maybe I lied when I said we were gonna play out this bot game, because we probably don't beat the bot double Nikiaing, huh? What a strange combination of flips there. Maybe we're okay? Maybe we're okay? Let's see how this ends up, huh? How do you recognize being matched up against a bot? There are a couple of cosmetic styles. The monochromatic, currently, for example, that humans don't have access to. This is the #1 sign you're getting botted.
Opponent snapped.
The bot is winning 2 of the 3 locations on the second to last turn of the game, so it snapped, like they always do. Come on! Cerebro! Why you have to be so late, Cerebro? The last 2 cards of our deck.
Escaped.
If we hit Cerebro there, we were going to win that game. Neat. Carnage wouldn't mind eating up the ninja if we can find another card to put in here with him. Like our Bucky or a Psylocke or a Magic. So our purpose Magic serves in this deck for Carnage to eat her. Alright, I think I just take the Cerebro Mystique 3/4 here now. Then on 5, we could, like, Captain Marvel. See what else we draw. Have to play Mystique after Cerebro, and you want Cerebro and Mystique in the same locations. That way, if Onslaught comes up, he powers them both up. Okay, that's actually pretty great for us. So then we have Captain Marvel. We have Captain Marvel plus Demon next turn. Or because of Psylocke, if we had Onslaught, we have Onslaught plus Demon. I guess I'm only going to 20 here. There's a good chance they put more than 20 here. Ah, so close, chat. So close. They got Professor Cheesed out of the game. Edge. I think bots will be fixed when there's an open beta globally. It depends on what the player base looks like. Card games live or die by card games have a very real chicken versus egg problem where you need a player base to have a satisfying game experience, but it's also hard to get a player base without a satisfying game experience. So hopefully there is enough hype when they hit open beta that they will generate a sizable player base and players will be playing against players. Yeah, let me hit the Discord here. All right, should be good. Demon out here. Again, we want to wait to Carnage until we have 2 things to kill, so that way it has 6 power. Psylocke here, and then we can Captain Marvel on 4. And that sets us up to Carnage on 5, potentially. It's really unfortunate. Cerebro got hit by Icebox. So we can't Carnage and Cerebro on 5. Maybe I'm supposed to Cerebro this turn, actually, so then I Carnage Mystique on 5. Yeah, playing Captain Marvel was wrong. My sequencing here is bad. Alright, well, I think with them stacking up over here, we actually just Cerebro mid, and then we Mystique Swordmaster on the last turn, right? We'll do this here, and then this is Captain Marvel, so we have 20 here or 20 here. We have 10 in one and 20 in the other here. They have a Killmonger? No way, right? Because they have Ebony Maw? Oh, they have Patriot. Okay, yeah, that does it. 10 is not enough to win either of these.
Defeat.
Cere6ro and a Patriot deck is interesting. Can't say I've seen that before. Well then. No plays on one here, obviously. Okay. I think we just Bucky Carnage on 2 then, right? Over on the left. Or on 3, sorry. It's kind of unfortunate. I guess we... Bucky Carnage here. Oh, the Monster Metropolis is going to throw us off. We kind of need to draw a copy of Magic, huh? Oh, thanks, Scarlet Witch.
Opponent snapped.
Nice. There's a Magic. Do you believe in magic? Do 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 do. I agree with you, Kraken, that it's a shame I don't have space to onslaught Cerebro anywhere. I agree with you that I think the best Patriot deck has yet to be found.
Snap.
It's such a funny bug.
Victory.
Dory. Thanks everybody for hanging out for some Snap this afternoon. We've got any new follows. If you enjoy the vibes of the channel, you haven't tapped that follow button already, make sure you do so. If you want to see more Snap content for myself, I have a Marvel Snap dedicated YouTube channel, Hoaglandia Snap, where I post highlights and other game news updates several times per week. So you want lots of news on the game as well as deck highlights, make sure you give that a sub over on YouTube as well. Had a Daredevil Snap highlight go up yesterday. We'll have another Daredevil deck going up there tomorrow as well. We're going to go ahead and pass on one, obviously. Space Throne's not amazing for us. The Raptors are kind of funny here, so I'm going to Carnage them off the board. This means that Bucky is unfortunately not going to get to do anything, but I think cleaning this out is good for board space for us. Dara's been playing a destroyer deck lately, and now we're no longer playing this game at all.
Escaped.
I just need more deck slots, Kraken. I really despise having to delete and recreate decks every time I want to swap between ideas. Like, I have a small number of decks I don't want to delete anymore. I really need, like, 2 to 3 times as many deck slots as they give us. Right. We'll lead on Hood here, thanks to Hell's Kitchen. We have Psylocke to curve into the White Queen, which is great. Psylocke also goes eloquently into Hell's Kitchen, so that way Carnage can eat them both. Is it sexist to put Psylocke in the kitchen, chat? What if Carnage eats her in the kitchen? Is it less sexist if Carnage eats her in the kitchen? Dr. Lover says it's preferred if Carnage eats Psylocke in the kitchen, and they would know, chat. They would know. Hood getting pulled over by Polaris is actually low-key really awful for us. That is super unfortunate. I guess I do this, and I wait and see if we draw... We could draw Bucky next turn. I honestly think we're probably just supposed to retreat here. All right, Bucky's a great draw. And then I get to go Cerebro Mystique next turn.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Ah. Well, that was fun. All right. Can they beat 6 power while also soaking 2 onto Sunspot? Can they put 7 power here on 4 resources? I don't know that they can, right? What's the 4-drop that does that? Nightcrawler can move, so that means they need to put 5 power on a 4-drop. Maximus, I'm gonna fish. Let's go fish. If they play their Doctor Doom chat and move Crawler, they're still losing left?
Victory.
Yeah, okay, sick. I thought we were screwed when the Spider-Man flipped up, but the way that works out, the math just doesn't work for them, right? I think, like, there's some small selection of cards they could be playing to win there, but I think a lot of them are cards they're just not going to be playing. I'm like, they already played Polaris? Someone said Kingpin. If they Kingpin... Okay, yeah, if they... Wait, no, because if they Kingpin and move this, they're tied here, and then they're only up 2 here, and then I'm up by more than 2 in Hell's Kitchen. Yeah. Kind of a neat game, honestly. I thought we were screwed. I like kind of slumped in my chair when this flipped up, but it actually ended up being fine. The way all the math works out.
This land can never be fully known.
So chat, I mostly don't find games with Weird World or District X fun, and I will never post a game in a deck highlight with Weird World or District X, so I mostly just bounce out of them. Obviously, if you're looking to minimize and maximize cubes, you should play through these. They can be kind of interesting on occasion, but it is a sweet warpath. Altar, I agree with that. Variant? I keep calling them altars, that's what I always called altar cards in Magic, but variant is the correct jargon for this game. You know what's kind of incredible, chat? Wakandan Embassy flipped up, and none of the cards that we get punished for getting bigger were in our hands here. It's kind of gasoline for us. This is a card that can really mess up our deck. Let's Bucky into Murder World, and then we can Psylocke into the Embassy. Locations moving around after 4 won't matter. These are all basically textless at that point. We'll be able to play a 5-drop next turn on 4 thanks to Psylocke, which is great. Want to avoid playing things into the Embassy for now, because if Carnage shows up, we want him to be able to eat these to get to 6. Okay, so with Onslaught drawn, I want to Magic this turn, so that way I can Onslaught on 6, and then Mystique Cerebro on the last turn. And I have to do this all here on the right. We want to make sure that we Mystique before we Cerebro, because we want to copy Onslaught's effect with Mystique, who will then double, because the Onslaughts double each other. So we get plus 16 on each of our 6 power things with this line. Sure did. Yeah, I think they know they're in stuff there. Honestly, I guess we didn't know. No, we knew the Cerebros, right? We drew Carnage. I probably should have staffed before the Onslaught flipped up. That was bad on my part. All right, let's try and get one more decent game in against a human with this deck, and then we're gonna swap over to Genshin for the last bit of the stream. Super flow. Interesting. Scorpion's a little sad, but not the end of the world. Captain Marvel won't get a bonus now. That's awkward because I like want to cloning that Cerebro, but I also want to be able to eat Bucky. Genshin didn't give me direct loot boxes, but I get a $30 on the house spending allowance for the sponsored segments. I don't know how far that goes in Genshin. It can vary depending on game to game of that style. I feel like I know who's here. I think I'm just gonna bounce. Between the Scorpion and the Storm stopping our Cerebro copy. Speaking of Genshin, if you're someone that enjoys my stuff and you haven't tried Genshin Impact before, and you want to check out a sweet new game while also supporting myself with a little bit of your time, you download Genshin on Android or iOS and play through to account rank level 6. You can get a free sub gift to my channel. If you play through to account rank level 8, you can get a 3-month sub gift to the channel. Appreciate everybody that takes a little bit of time out of their day to do that. Get Hood on 1 here. Into Bucky, hoping to find a Carnage for 3 would be our perfect setup. Danger Room? Well, I don't want to play my 6 power things into Stark Tower before the last turn. Carnage. All right, nailed it. Well, it's a little sad that I'm only spending 2 of my 5 mana this turn, but Klin's about to get locked out, so I think it's important that we Carnage into there and eat that up. I think this build of Cerebro is really competitive. I've been super impressed with its ability to win games. All right, and now here's the question. Do I play to the out of drawing Cerebro here or no? So there's 4 cards in my deck. 1 Cerebro and 1 is Magic, who gives me a redraw at Cerebro. Clinton says you can't play cards here after turn 4, so it locks people out of playing there. If I don't want to play to the out of drawing Cerebro, I just Captain Marvel into Stark Tower here, so she goes up to 8, which I think honestly might be the line. Yeah, I think we win if we don't hit Cerebro. I think we can.
All systems go.
Them magicking us makes me a little sad. Because remember, I've got Clint on lockdown here, so I just need to win one other location. Opponent snapped. Guy, I think I'm in. Let's go. I'm gonna stay for a keep. Let's go fishing. Let's see one more turn here. Just show me the river, dealer. Okay. Okay, well, we wouldn't have gotten there, and I think we're dead anyways. That's a big boy, chat. They have Zola, right? So they're gonna Zola this into 2 other spots. Wait, if I Zola Marvel, we can win though, right? Because Venom will only be 26 over here, and I'll be 28. All right, I'll take a coin flip for 2 cubes. Never lucky, chat. Not even once. Never been lucky in my life. Yeah, even with the Nova pop off here, they still only would have been 27. So both of my Marvels could have ended left, and I would have had Psylocke in the middle. So I lost the coin flip. Like I think 50% is good to stay in for 2 more cubes. Let's call that one good enough. Let's get the Genshin machine fired up here, huh? Let's do it.